I'm now going to demo the different gestures or some of the different gestures that you can use in Procreate. So we'll start with the general canvas gestures. So once you've drawn something, you can undo or you can redo things. There are the bars at the side that will let you undo if you click on them or redo if you click on them. But you can also use motion. So you can use a 2-finger tap to undo something. So this is me tapping down with 2 fingers. It undoes it. And then I can redo with a 3-finger tap. So a 2-finger tap will undo things. A 3-finger tap will redo things. So try to remember that because this is not always going to be available for us. Next, we're going to do the copy and pasting. So copy and paste does something like that we recognize. So we can cut, we can copy, we can paste things. I'm going to start by selecting something. So I'm going to go up at my top and select where it says hi. Now I'm going to swipe down with 3 fingers and it opens this copy and paste menu for me. So I can choose to cut it, which makes it disappear. I'll undo that. 3 fingers down. I can choose to copy it, and now it's copied. Or I can choose to duplicate or cut and paste or paste it. So let's say that I paste it. So now you can see that it's been copied over here. So I've copied it and it's pasted into its own layer now. So that is the cut, copy, and paste. That's 3 fingers and you just slide them down your screen at the same time. All right. Next we have full screen. So full screen is I tap with 4 fingers. I don't know how often you're going to use this, but you can. It just kind of gets rid of the things that are on the sides. So I don't really need that. There is what's called a clear layer. So a 3-finger scrub. So that means that you take 3 fingers and you just kind of like do a wiping motion kind of all over. Sorry, that doesn't work all the time. It usually works if I put it to the side. So I'm going to scrub over on the side over here. And there we go. It works sometimes. That one's not my favorite. Obviously, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always register that you have 3 fingers. But usually it does. So keep them kind of close together and make sure you're hitting them at the same time. So that's to clear a layer out. So now this layer is still here. I haven't deleted this layer where it says inserted image, but it is clear now. So now it's clear. And then the last one that's good to know is zooming in and out. You know how to do that. Zoom in or out. There are quick ways to zoom in or out where you can pinch out fast. So if I pinch out fast, whoops, it'll bring everything back to the way it originally was. This was originally sideways. If I pinch like quickly out, then it'll like full screen my page. So whatever I'm working on. So if I pinch out, it'll go backwards. If I pinch kind of in fast, it'll zoom in so it's full screen. You don't really need to know that. Next, we're going to go into your layer gestures though. So these are just some of the things that you can do. So you can do things like merge layers together. So if I draw on the insert image layer and layer 2 and I want to merge them together, I can pinch them together, supposedly. Yeah. And now they're merged together. I need to make sure that both of them are visible and now they're merged together. There we go. You can also select a layer. So I can select 1 layer or I can select 2 layers. So swipe left to right. That's selected. I can select that one. I can select that one. So it's just quickly swiping from left to right. Next we have your layer opacity. So we've done this one before where you click on the little N and then you can deal with the opacity. You can always take 2 fingers and like tap on there and then it'll open up the opacity in general and then you just slide on the whole page. So there's 2 ways to do that. I tend to like showing you the ways that are in here instead of the shortcut ways, so that we don't have to rely on the touch so much. Finally, there is alpha locking, which is one of my favorite things to do. So alpha locking is a 2-finger swipe from left to right. So on this layer that I'm on, I'm gonna 2-finger swipe. And now you can see that the background on that is kind of like checkered. Or if I click on it, you can see that where it says alpha lock, that has been checked off. And what alpha lock does is if I switch colors, while I'm in this layer that's alpha locked, if I try to draw anything, it'll only stay where there are already drawings there, or it's already filled in. So anything outside of that heart there's nothing there. So all of that is going to stay transparent, and only the stuff that I've already drawn on is going to get any marks on it. So that's a cool one. So these are some gestures that I would like you to know. In general, the most important one to me is going to be the undo, redo, and then the 3-finger swipe down. And if you know those 3, then you should be good for almost anything that we're going to do.